Welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've had this game basically since 2020 and I've only played it a couple of times, so I felt like, you know what, let's jump back in here and do something different. I now have the ultra wide monitor, so I'm curious on what this game looks like in 4K and whatnot. But before we jump into it, I want to say, I believe by the time this video gets out, it's going to be the new year. And I want to say that I've been having a lot of fun doing these videos and having you guys watch them. And I'm hoping to continue that throughout the new year. So thank you guys so much for the support, and let's fly a plane. Okay, so we have some options here. We got to do takeoffs, landings, and I think they have a few things for us here to do, starting with taxiing and working our way up. Okay, this seems simple enough. I think I remember doing this before, but I don't know how good I'm going to be. Let's see, we're in Sedona. Let's see, one essential skill before flying in the sky is to taxi an aircraft. A training session dedicated to familiarize yourself with rolling and steering an aircraft on the ground. Use the rudder pedals to steer the aircraft. Control rolling speed with the throttle and brakes. Taxi to holding point of runway 21 and then stop. This is runway 21. We're holding at runway 21. Taxi Alpha 1. Okay. This is the holding line, so I'm assuming this is where we stop. And then this is our center line for our center wheel that's in the nose of the plane. So let's see how poopy we're going to be at this. I'm hoping they teach us how to turn on the plane. I guess would be a decent start for us.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet.
Yes.
Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake.
Let's see, where's the parking brake? Ah, we found the parking brake. Okay, so we're gonna release that.
Okay. Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving.
How do we increase the throttle by... Okay. Oh, there we go.
Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. As you increase power, watch the tachometer and make sure to stay around 1,000 RPM.
A little fast. Oh, this is a little fast, guys.
Watch your speed. Now test the brakes. Watch your speed.
No. Oh. I forgot.
Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway.
Okay.
Now test the brakes.
That was embarrassing. How do you brake? Oh, Okay.
Good.
So
Brakes
square
checked.
to brake.
Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes.
So the thing that tripped me
See the
up...
crossing in front of us? Stop before it as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Heard. The thing that threw me off was that, Oop. We can give it a little bit more throttle. When you, What the hell? Why aren't we moving? There we go. There we go. And then brake. There we go. Nice.
All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport near the head of runway 21.
Okay.
Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed.
Okay. I don't know where our our airspeed is that up left-hand circle. Or no. What?
Watch your speed.
It's the top right-hand one. So I can keep the throttle on. Can I lower the power on the throttle? I think I'm just gonna lower the... Yeah, there we go. She's a little excited.
Watch your speed.
I'm working
After
on
the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point and prep for takeoff. Watch your speed.
I'm working on it. Okay, I'm seeing kind of how it goes. It's very particular. I'm gonna hold short here.
That
Nice.
was good taxiing.
No, that was
The
pretty
next
rough.
challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
Oh boy. All right, we got a B on that. That wasn't terrible. We fucked up that one time, but the problem was I was giving it too much power. I feel like we need to give it like 15% throttle. So maybe we'll figure that out in the next bit. So what do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, it's just review. Okay. Let's do the next one. Takeoff. Our first takeoff. This is gonna be cool. This is actually genuinely gonna be cool.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway, and to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching.
All right, I don't see anything. Can I? Nope, you can't zoom in with right trigger. And then looking into the sky.
Everything
No
looks
one's
good,
approaching.
no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position.
All right. So
Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line.
let's turn off the
Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Heard. So let's turn off the parking brake. I think that's what we just did. Yep. Nope. Yep. And then shouldn't she be okay? We'll give it a little throttle. Just a little.
Let's position the plane for takeoff.
Do we have enough? Is that enough? Nope, still not enough. Let's give it a little bit more juice.
Let's position the plane for takeoff.
Lady, shut up. Is the parking brake still on? The parking brake was on. That's embarrassing. So then let's cut back on the throttle. And then she said, stop. Ooh. Right after the number 21. We kind of went wide there. Slow it down, 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 slow it down. Nice.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
Alright, we're gonna give it full throttle. Full throttle, guys, we're doing it.
Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
55 knots. Let's make sure. We're at 40 knots.
Now gently pull back on the yoke.
Alright, we're 60 knots. We're pulling up. There we go.
Pull back on the yoke to take off.
There we go, guys.
And we're airborne.
Wow. Holy crap.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees.
210.
Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Heard. Okay, dude, we're kind of doing it. Ooh. This is beautiful. This is stunning. Genuinely, this is stunning. Guys, this is a 5-year-old game. Maintain 210 degrees. That's what we're doing.
Okay, 5,500
just
feet.
hit 5,500
You've reached your
feet.
target altitude. Good job.
Wow, we did it. That's exciting. I want to fly more. We got another B. All right, let's see what the next thing has to offer. All right, this is called Dead Stick Landing. We have to line up the nose of the plane with the end of the runway. Interesting. Oh boy, if I remember correctly, landing is like some of the hardest stuff that pilots have to do.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only.
Just
We're
the
close
yoke.
enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle.
Okay.
Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch
All right.
down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast.
Okay. Pitch down if we're going too slow. Pitch up if we're going too fast. We're so far lined up with the runway. I feel like we have too much altitude, honestly, though. Don't our wheels need to touch down after
Keep
those?
your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
I feel like we're too high, aren't we? Or is this just me? Because our wheels need to touch down after those two white bars, correct? Follow the glide slope. Okay, well, that's nice to say.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back.
Okay.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Ooh. Ooh. That was kind of
Nice.
rough. Kind of rough.
Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
That was kind of rough, but not terrible for our first landing, honestly. I think that wasn't terrible for a first landing.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
I agree with
Keep
that.
in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
I felt like we were a little high. Oh, we got a C on that. It's the double bounces. We did 2 bounces. Okay, I can accept the C. That was kind of a rough landing. Stay on the center line and stop the plane on the runway using the brakes. We did. Okay, well, yeah, because I turned off to taxi, but whatever. All right. Okay. Bring progressively. Flare the aircraft. Bring progressively the aircraft nose up to touch down with the rear 2 wheels. All right. All right. We can do something better. We can do something better. Wow. Landing without elevator. Oh boy. Oh boy. Manage the glide path on the final approach. Flare the aircraft to touch down smoothly. Brake after landing to end the flight safely. All right, let's try this.
In
Okay.
this landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
Okay. Oh, we need more power. Oopsies. All right. We got this. We got this. I feel like we need a little bit more power.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Okay. Well, we're off course just a bit. So we need to kind of center ourselves. Yeah, throughout that whole point, I wasn't able to actually, like, go up or down. I could only use the, Oh, we're still not over the center line. Oh, I'm still too low. I'm too low. We too low.
Reduce throttle to idle.
Okay. I'm gonna crash.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna lock in.
Nice.
Ooh.
Now
Ooh.
apply the
Ooh.
brakes to
Ooh.
slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get us over the center line. Yeah. Yeah. We're over the center line. There we go.
You did well, but you can do better.
I can.
Resist the temptation to pull back when above the flare height.
Yeah, okay, it's hard to adjust the throttle and keep the plane like up and pitched and all that jazz. But not terrible. Not terrible. I feel like we're doing better. Okay, combine throttle and yoke to land safely. So we will start out at final approach. Also, sorry if it sounds like I'm like sick. I'm still recovering from being a little sick. But we're going to start off with our final approach, then flare and deacceleration in flight, and then ground deacceleration. Now let's see how well we actually managed to do that.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And
Yes,
I've already
ma'am.
set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power.
Oh shit,
Keep
yeah.
your
I
aim
didn't even-
point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
I didn't even think about flaps. So this is okay. I've learned that you need to keep your like thumb on the You need to keep your left like thumb on the wheel, on the yoke, and maintain whatever it is you were trying to maintain, while at the same time, adjusting whatever it is you want to adjust. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. That feels right for right now. Maybe cut back on power a little bit. It's a bit much. Yeah, it feels about right. Doesn't feel too bad. Dude, I still gotta say the game looks pretty. We're aligned with the runway. I think we can adjust power again. There we are. I think we eased off it a little bit too much, but we're already coming in, so it is what it is. Yeah. I think we're gonna have a gentle landing, hopefully.
Reduce throttle to idle.
I can't do that and drive at the same time. Okay. My first time doing that at the same time.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
There you go. There we go. Oh, yes.
Nice.
That
Now
was
apply the
butter.
brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
That was actually butter, guys. Oh, man.
You did well.
That
but
was
you
nice.
Can do better.
I'm impressed
Keep
with
in
that
mind
one.
that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
All right. I know I wasn't quite at 65 knots, but that was I think one of our best landings yet. That felt good. All right, and yeah, we got a B on that too. So yeah. Okay, guys, this is going to be difficult. We're going to be landing downwind. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Once established in downwind along the runway, start to prepare for landing by reducing the speed to 80 knots and set flaps to 10 degrees, or set 10 degree of flaps. A good distance from the runway is a gliding distance you can judge by seeing the runway from the cockpit at about half the strut under the wing. When turning to base leg, reduce power and maintain altitude to fly at 65 knots. When turning to final approach, keep maintaining 65 knots. Follow the glide slope. Use power or flaps as required to adjust the slope. Then flare, land, and brake close to the runway center line. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, guys. I'm not confident in my abilities.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration.
Okay.
Reduce speed to 80 knots. Maintain constant altitude and heading.
Well, we're already at 80 knots.
The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current altitude.
Thank you. Let's do...
We're gonna fly past the end of the runway here. Keep going until you see it at a 45-degree angle behind you. That's your cue to turn left onto the base leg.
Okay. Oh, okay. Whoop. Sorry. We need to maintain. We're going a little slow here. There we go.
Turn left onto the base leg.
Turning left. Guys, look at this. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Look at it. I mean, this is just insane. Yeah, someone who takes a lot of flights, this...
Try to maintain 1,400 RPM.
1,400 RPM.
That'll also keep our speed around 65 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left onto final.
Oh, I see the runway. All right. 1,400 RPM. Don't we need to...
Make your left turn onto Final.
Yeah. Hang on. We're a little high, aren't we? Yeah, we need to reduce throttle. We need to... Whoa.
Keep a stabilized approach and prepare for landing.
We're a little high. But that's okay. I think we can salvage this. We can salvage this. We are way too high. Way too fast. I don't know if we can salvage this. I fucked it. I was too busy looking at the ground. No. No. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. No one can tell me no. No one can tell me no. No one can tell me no.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
Oh, this is a terrible landing, guys. Oh, we're almost out of runway. We're almost out of runway. We're almost out of runway. No way. No way. We're out of runway. We are off the runway, guys. We are. Bro, that was terrible.
That was alright. A little more practice will help your accuracy, though.
Yeah, no, that was my fault because I did not control. See, it's crazy. I didn't control the throttle at all, and by the time I realized I should have pulled off the throttle, it was already too late. All right, let's see how we do in the next one. It's the final one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. All right. I have faith in me, guys. I have faith in me that we can make this happen. We need to take off. We need to climb to altitude. We need to circle around, come back, and make it all happen. All right. Okay. We've been prepping for this. That last takeoff was not indicative of our skill. We can fix this. We can salvage this. Let's do it.
It's time. Your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't.
I don't know why she has this
Your goal is to complete
confidence in me.
Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine.
I'm terrified.
Good luck. See you on the other side.
Oh God, help me. Okay, well, there's no wind, so that's good. We can turn off the speed brake. Or not the speed brake. We can turn off the brake. We can apply the throttle. I think the brake's still on. Alright, let's keep it center line. Looks like the sun is going down over there. Don't get distracted. Wait for us to hit. I think we need to wait to hit 55 kilometers per hour. No, 55 knots, sorry. Now, you can pull back on the yoke. Woo! Pull back on the yoke! Here we go. Nice. There we go. Look how beautiful this is. Dude, this is so cool. Alright. Oopsies. Okay. We need to reach our upward leg, right? What's NM? 1.63 NM nautical miles? That doesn't make sense. No, right? No. I don't think we've reached our altitude yet. You know, I just realized something. I don't really know how to read an altimeter. I know that we're at something, what is that, 1,500 feet? 1,600? There's no way we're gonna reach 5,700. Stop yelling at me. I get it. Should I adjust flaps? No, right? Wait, shouldn't I have adjusted flaps during takeoff? I feel like these are questions I should have had answered before being allowed to fly this thing. Okay, it says that we're at the 5,700 feet, although I must really not know how to read an altimeter. Oh, wait, okay, wait, I see it now. It's not I see it. We're at 6,800 feet currently. Oh, wait, I need to start banking to the left. Okay. All right. All right. Current heading 012, I believe. Someone's gonna fact check me on that one. Right, 6,000 feet. Dude. You know, as much as I dislike Microsoft, you gotta hand it to them. They know how to make a pretty game. Making the left turn again. There we go. Getting lined up. Nice. All right. We need to maintain 6,000 feet. I can let the nose tip down a bit. That's a bit too much. There we go. And we're about to hit 6,000 feet. And 6,100. 6,000 feet. We can just maintain that. Oops. Yeah. Going a little too fast, so I'll adjust the throttle just a bit. I probably should have readjusted the throttle when we took off. Right after we took off. As there's no reason to keep it cranked like that. Oopsies. Might need to give me just a little bit more power. Extend our flaps. All right, let's do it. Oh, my flaps are already extended. That's problematic. I wish there was somewhere you can see it on the controls that my flaps are up. Because I don't really see that. Like, the flaps are there on the right. I don't see anything indicating that they were out. Maybe a little bit more throttle power. There you go. There's a little game of finding the Goldilocks zone. up, up, up. Okay, let's bank to the left. God, all those homes and everything. I'm excited to jump into this game, dude. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm excited to jump in here and have just fun. Okay. Now, last time, I think last time my problem was, yeah, I did not reduce my RPMs. I don't know where on this dashboard is my RPMs. That's my question. Is it that on the right? Okay, it is that on the right. Okay. We're turning for a final approach. Oop, oop. I actually thought the airport was further away, so that worked out perfectly. Line is up for final. I actually think we have a way better approach this time around. I'm gonna cut back on power again. And then I'm gonna cut power entirely this time. Okay, guys. This is it. This is it. Flare. Flare. No. Oh God! Put the damn plane on the ground, boy. Put the plane on the ground. Oh. Oh, we did a bounce. We did a bounce. Oh, hard bounce. Okay. Okay. We got the plane on the ground. We got the plane on the ground. That was rough. That was rough. And we missed the exit. Okay. All right. Not terrible. Hey, we got the plane in the air, and we got the plane on the ground.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
That's
You're
fair.
on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
You know what? That's fair. I will take that. I will absolutely freaking take that. Let's see how we ended off with. Out of the 2,000 points, we got 1,000 in terms of hold heading and keeping our speed of around 75 knots. Okay, that's not bad. For the crosswings leg, okay. For the crosswings leg, we had to hold and keep our speed around 80 knots and our altitude around 6,000. We only got 684 points out of the total 2,000. Hold heading and keep your speed around 65 knots. We nearly got a perfect score there. And then for our final approach and landing, we only got 890 points out of a possible 2,000, which gave us a C here at the end. We were actually really close to getting a B. We were only a few points away from that. But that, you know what? Our first time in Flight Sim, I think this was a resounding success. If you guys like this, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'll keep doing more videos like this. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.